Most people have no idea that their Instagram bio is actually costing them customers. If your Instagram profile isn't optimized a certain way, you're quite literally sending people away who are ready to hire you. In this video, I'll show you step by step exactly how to optimize your Instagram bio so visitors turn into followers, clients, and customers. So then how the hell do you fix it? In this video, I'm going to show you a few live Instagram bio audits.
I have no clue where you do business. CO Realtor? What are you, a carbon monoxide realtor? I've seen worse, but that is not a great endorsement because I've seen some shit.
Where I go step by step through each part of the bio and show you what's broken, why, and how to fix it. I mean, think about what it takes to get somebody to visit your profile. You post a reel, it gets views, you get someone to actually click on your name to go to your profile because they're curious, or maybe you were recommended to them by a friend and they're looking you up. That's not easy, and it costs you nothing to acquire that potential customer. But here's the most painful part for most entrepreneurs. In the 2 seconds they spend reading your bio, they either follow you, click your link, watch your content, send you a DM, or they're gone forever. And you usually don't get a second chance. The algorithm probably won't bring them back there. It's just a missed opportunity that you didn't even know happened. See, here's the problem. Most people set up their bio years ago and you don't revisit it. You never refresh it. You just assume it's fine. Well, it's not fine. What you have there is a giant leak at the top of your funnel. All of the time and the effort that you're putting into content to grow your business and brand is just pouring all of that attention into a bio that's going to scare people away. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to do with your own bios to optimize it for customers. Let's jump into the first one.
If you're a real estate agent that uses Instagram for business at all, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Today, we're going to help Brad fix his Instagram account because, let's be honest, it needs some work. First, the profile photo. We got to zoom in on that. Like, I can see that you're wearing a hockey helmet. That's good, but you need to zoom in so people can actually see your face. A good profile photo has your face zoomed in on, so zoom way in on that. If you want to keep the hockey helmet on, great. Okay, next, Brad. I have no clue where you do business. Where do you live? Where do you sell houses? If you have an online business and you service everywhere, then you don't need to put a location. But if you're a real estate agent serving certain markets, you better have your market put in here clearly as to where you are. And it needs to be in 2 different places. First, it needs to be in the account name. So right where it says Brad Hyde, you should put wherever the hell you are, real estate agent, because that's a searchable field. Your username, Brad Hyde Realtor, and then the Brad Hyde line, those are searchable. So put where you're at in case somebody searches for, I don't even know where you are, but Columbus Realtor. Then let's talk about your bio. The bio, bro, boring. It's just a bunch of text. It's got to be broken up. When their eyes get bored, they scroll on to the next profile. They're just not going to look deeper. They're not going to actually read what it is that's there if their eyes get bored. So break up the text with bullet points. Use emojis. Do separate lines. Try to avoid those generic statements. Those are not helpful. Eyes glaze over like, I'll help you buy or sell homes. Instead, say something like you're a home listing advisor. You're a professional home marketer. You specialize in people moving to your area, something like that. All right, let's go down to the content itself. I see the front of average homes. Not very attention grabbing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't sell those homes, but what you post or what you choose as the thumbnail for these posts, it needs to grab attention. It needs to make somebody who lands on your profile want to click on that thing. And if it's just the front of a brown house that's very average, nobody's going to click that. So what is the best part of it? Maybe the kitchen is this beautiful remodel. Get a shot of that. Maybe it's a giant backyard with text on the screen. So your thumbnail would be the giant backyard with text over the top that says, is this the biggest backyard in neighborhood, town, whatever? Again, I have no idea where you're at. On your timeline, on these thumbnails, you need to start putting some text that hooks people's attention to make them curious enough to click. If it's just a photo or like this one right here with you, the black bars on top and you standing there, why would anybody click that? They have no reason to. Give them a reason to. Like, give them a visual hook on there that says, this is the nicest house in the neighborhood, or I can't believe this house is under 600K, or something to get them to click on it Remember, most people that land on your profile do not know you yet. Your friends and people that already follow you usually don't go to your profile and look around. So you need to optimize for those who don't know you, give them a reason to click on stuff, make them curious about what it is, let them know clearly who you are, where you do business, what you do for a living, what makes you unique, add some personality to it. That'll make this a lot better.
This real estate agent is out here creating content, maybe even getting decent views, and then someone clicks onto their profile and leaves. Not because they're not good at what they do. It doesn't mean that they're a bad real estate agent. It just means the bio needs work. And this is the part nobody really talks about. You're doing great content. You're doing a good job content-wise, but you're still losing customers at the profile. Your profile, your bio is the moment somebody decides whether or not they're going to work with you or not. So to summarize, your bio has to answer 3 questions immediately. Who are you and what do you do? Who exactly do you help? And what should I do next? Meaning, like, what should the visitor do next? Where do you want them to go? And for some businesses, of course, where you're located and where you service. The next one is a mistake that I see constantly. People who technically have all the right stuff in their bio, but it's just organized in a way that makes people work too hard. And I hate to say it, but on Instagram, nobody wants to work hard. They just bounce.
First up, Rad Tatis in New Jersey. Problem is, are you in New Jersey? NJ Realtor? Is that New Jersey? I just happen to know you are, but there's a problem here. So right up here, sell with Rad, that's his username. And then right here, the account name, Rad Tatis. Those are the only 2 searchable fields in Instagram. All of this stuff here, not searchable. It's not going to show up if somebody searches New Jersey Realtor. So Rad, now he has his name because people will either search for your name, but maybe, hopefully, they'll search for a location and what you do for a living. He should just add Rad Tatis, New Jersey Realtor, or even better, where in New Jersey, like Bergen, New Jersey, Bergen County, whatever. Obviously, not a New Jersey expert, but you get the point. Hoboken Realtor right here. Now, moving down, what do we have? So a lot of people will tag their brokerage here, or they'll tag some other page. I'm not a fan of that. Here's why. What if someone clicks it? They land on your profile, then they click this page that you've tagged, and now they start looking at their content, and they forget about you, and they don't come back. I'm not a big fan of tagging other pages unless it's your own, and you really are okay with people leaving this one and going to that one. So if you want to disclose your brokerage, totally fine. Just put that you're with Real or whatever your brokerage is right there instead of tagging the page. Right here, homeowners sell for top dollar, smart moves for buyers and investors. I'm not a big fan of that line. It's kind of vague. So I would maybe give a specific idea of exactly how you can help someone and who that person is. But right here, where you have your one link, I love how you said ready for a fresh start and then you arrow down. Now, you're telling people why they should click that link. I don't necessarily think that accomplishes it. Ready for a fresh start. What does that mean exactly? Just tighten this up, make this line more specific, but I love how you directed people to click the link. Now, as far as how it looks overall, I like how you used emojis per line to break it up. A lot of agents will just have a bunch of text with no emojis, and it's just boring. And when people's eyes are bored, they're just gonna move on to something else. So emojis are a great way per line to make separate statements in a way that's not visually boring. So nice job. All right, let's scroll down and look at his content. My first reaction, there's statements here, there's thumbnails that grab attention and makes people curious about what's there. If your timeline is full of stuff like this or this, where it doesn't really make people who don't know you yet curious about wanting to see that, no one's going to watch your stuff. So having thumbnails like this, what makes Real Brokerage different? If you're interested in that, you're going to think, I wonder what makes it different. And you'll click on it because you know what it's about. Your thumbnail should drive curiosity. Think of your thumbnail as kind of like the visual trailer for the motion picture. It gets people interested to actually see what that content is. So give a ton of thought to your thumbnails. Rad does a really good job here. I like it. Well done, Rad.
Now this last one, pay attention because this creator here is closer than most. They're not starting from zero here, but there are 2 specific things that are holding them back, and fixing them would change how the profile converts overnight.
All right, today we're auditing another agent's account. Next up, my buddy Ricky G out in Colorado. Rick, your account looks good to the naked eye, but it needs some work. So first thing, profile pic. You nailed this one. It's zoomed in, right on your face, great contrast, A+ on the profile photo. Next up, the searchable fields, the username, the account name, the bold spots, all right? Now, username and account name, nailed it, kind of, sort of, all right? Your name, Rick A. Gonzalez. If somebody searches for your name, they're going to find it in your username and the account name. So that's good. The part that's not so awesome is CO Realtor. What are you, a carbon monoxide realtor? What is CO Realtor? If they're looking for a Colorado realtor, they're probably not typing CO Realtor. So I would fix that. Now, if they are searching for Colorado, where? It's a big state. Durango? Are they looking for a mountain cabin in Durango? Maybe Alamosa. Shout out Adams State University. Maybe Pueblo, Colorado, which is beautiful this time of year. No, Castle Rock? Castle Rock, outside Denver. You should probably put that, because if people are searching for a Denver realtor or Denver at all, you want to be able to show up. Castle Rock, if they're searching for that, you want to be able to show up. So put that in the account name, and you'll have room for it because you're going to get rid of this growth partner thing. I don't know what that means. I don't think anyone else would either, and they're certainly not searching for it. So that growth partner thing, which sounds nice, just cut that out. Now the bio itself, remember, all of this stuff here is not searchable. So no matter what you put in there, no one can find it through a search. The first line, I like it. Helping you relocate to Castle Rock, Colorado. It's very clear about what you're doing, what you're offering and who you're offering it to. That's solid. Now the keeping up with Colorado and then a link to another profile, I think you could fix that a little bit. The keeping up with Colorado, I don't really know what that means. So maybe you improve it by saying always up to date on Colorado or always plugged in to Colorado, something along those lines. Now let's talk about these pages that you've tagged, because I'm not a fan of that. Now one of them, Mile High Insider, what a cool name by the way, that one's yours, I believe. So if you're okay with somebody, worst case scenario, clicking on that tagged page and going to the page, if you're cool with that, great. So since that's your page, you're probably okay with it. Now your brokerage, well, what happens if someone actually clicks that and goes to your brokerage page? You probably don't want that, because then they're just going to be exposed to thousands of other agents and maybe go down another rabbit hole and never come back to your profile. So if you're going to tag another page in your profile somewhere, make sure you're okay with somebody leaving yours and going there. And then the last line here, agents, let's chat. I don't really just want to chat with anybody, like just randomly. Are you just chatting with randos? Is that your Omegle profile? So I think you can fix that a little bit. Maybe say, let's talk about real, because you're trying to get some conversations going about your brokerage. Totally fine. Just be specific, because agents, let's chat. Agents don't want to chat. Maybe about something specific, so let them know what that specific thing is. So scrolling down, let's look at your thumbnails. I've seen worse, but that is not a great endorsement, because I've seen some shit. Now, these thumbnails, you have to remember the thumbnail is like the wine label or the DVD cover on the Blockbuster video back in the day. Shout out to the 40-plus crowd. Or, today's YouTube thumbnails. It's everything. So your thumbnail has to grab attention. It has to hook somebody's attention when you're looking at it. And if the thumbnail doesn't hook their attention and pique their curiosity, no one's going to click on it. So add some more visual hooks to the thumbnail you choose. So in Instagram, you can actually add text to any thumbnail, also known as your cover photo. Just click that little text icon in the bottom left shown here and add any text to any thumbnail. Even if it's just a random scene from the video, you could put some text on there. So add something like, in this one right here where you're in the car, of you driving in the car, I watched the video real quick, just put something like battling post-convention funk. Something that grabs attention, makes people curious, like, hey, what is that? I kind of want to know more. Now, you with the llama, you don't really need to put text on that. That is grabbing attention and curiosity, just you with llamas. So that's a visual hook in and of itself. That one's totally fine. Overall, B-, maybe a B because I like you. But overall, nice job, Rick. Just tighten some of that stuff up.
All right, 3 audits, 3 very different profiles. But as you can see, the same core issues keep popping up. So here's a checklist. First, your bio needs to say specifically who you help. Not just your job title, not just your city, not just your license number. Who specifically is your customer and what problems do you solve for them? Number 2, 1 clear call to action. Not 2, not 3, 1. In other words, where exactly do you want them to go afterwards? What's the next step you want them to take? Pick 1 call to action and stick to it. Number 3, your link. But be careful with this one. If your link is sending people to a boring, generic landing page that sucks, you're going to lose people there too. That link should go somewhere specifically designed to capture them. Number 4, your profile photo, your highlights, and the content there need to match what your bio is promising. If there's a big disconnect between what your bio shows and promises versus what the content shows, then people feel it. It's weird. It's confusing. They can't quite name it, but they just leave anyways. Go pull up your Instagram profile right now. Or let's be honest, you've probably had it open this entire time. Pretend that you're a complete stranger that just found your account for the very first time. What's their first impression of you? Does your bio clearly tell them who you help, what you do for them, and what to do next? Ideally, in 3 seconds or less. And if you're not sure, the answer is no. Stop thinking of your Instagram bio as a resume or a website. It's more like a bouncer. It's either letting the right people in or it's quietly turning people away before you ever get a chance to turn them into a customer. Now you know exactly what to go fix in your own profile. But let me challenge you on something. Fix it today. Start making adjustments and improvements today. Don't push this off till next week because you'll forget and another year will go by and your bio will be the same and you'll be losing customers. It only takes 5 or 10 minutes and it will do more for your business than any single post that you can publish this month. And if you want me to audit your profile, just drop a link to your bio in the comments and I'll take a look. And I may even audit it live in a future video. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe to the Massive Agent channel right now so you never miss another video. I'll see you in the next one.